It's Thursday morning as I begin this, and today was supposed to be landscape day. I was hoping that we were going to be able to get out there on the landscape and get that taken care of, but it's been misting this morning and the ground is super wet and it's just not going to happen. So landscape is probably going to be held off until early next week. So with that, what the hell am I going to do today? Well, plan B was immediately to start looking for other houses, the next flip number 5. And I've got a couple of houses saved that, I'm really interested in checking out. And I'm always looking for houses on all of the little apps and websites that I use to find houses. And it was while doing that last night that, folks, I ran across something totally different. Hear me out now. I know this is about to sound crazy, but what if? That's all I want you to ask yourself. For the longest time, over a year, I believe, I've been seeing this listing. It's for a super seedy motel. And this motel was listed for $250,000. It's out in BFE, bumfuck Egypt. It's in the middle of nowhere. It is right off of a main road. That's a good thing. But again, where it's at is just not the greatest area. Or how am I trying to say it? The location, it's very hit or miss. This is certainly not going to be no tourist attraction by any stretch. So again, I had been seeing this listing for over a year, never really paid any attention to it, maybe just found some brief interest in it. Well, two things would happen recently. One, on the way back from Mississippi, we were, coming home, we were almost home, and we actually passed by this hotel. It was the first time that I'd seen it in person. It's about an hour away from me. And when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, hey, there's that hotel that's listed for sale. They want $250 for it. That would be the first thing. The second thing would be, again, just last night, I ran across this listing for this motel. And folks, they have dropped the price. This thing is no longer $250,000. They got this thing listed for $150 grand. They've dropped the price on this thing by $100 grand. Which, first and foremost, tells me maybe we can get this hotel for $100,000. I keep saying hotel, it's not a hotel, it's a motel. I'm very interested in this at this new price point. Even at $150,000, maybe there could be some major potential with this. Now, the hotel is not operational. It's been shut down, I think, for years. Doesn't got any kind of good reviews on the internet. In fact, I only saw one review, and it was from, I think, 2012. Somebody saying, they stayed there. The police warned them that this was a crack motel, and they said throughout the course of the night while staying there, they were scared for their lives, basically, and the police were absolutely right. But, hey, that was back then. This is a 12-unit motel. And let's say we get the thing for, $150,000. It's certainly not going to be no flip. I mean, this would be the long game right here. This would be an investment, something to hold on to. And what if we could renovate this thing, get this thing operational? Number one, I think to myself, oh my God, just think about the videos that could come from this. I bought a seedy motel. I bought a crack shack motel. What did we find? While trying to do the renovations, and man, this thing would just be an endless supply of content. You think about the people who would be staying at this hotel. Unfortunately, hey, it's going to be, probably people looking to get high, probably people looking to get by who can't do any better. Every other video would probably be titled, "The police showed up at the motel." I mean, just think of that. Like, the content would be endless. I was talking about this on the Joe Does Stuff Discord this morning. I said this thing's got soft white underbelly vibes written all over it. People were saying I could charge by the hour with this motel. Women could work out at this hotel. Prostitutes or whatever. Yeah, it would definitely probably be a seedy joint all the way around the board. Of course, you wouldn't want it to be that, but hey, man. A spade's a spade. So let's crunch some numbers before anybody gets to throwing out the Joe don't do it. I don't know a fucking thing about the hospitality industry, right? And in fact, I'm probably the least likely hospitable person that I know. I'm not, I don't know that I'm really built for that. My wife most certainly is. You know, she knows the service industry very well. Dealing with customers, dealing with people. Me, not so much. But, you know, take into account that I don't know a fucking thing about this, nor this aspect of business, nor business very well at all. I'm not, you know, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not that great of a businessman, but I'm a creative son of a bitch. So hear me out. I think about this. My wheels get to turning, and I'm like, okay, it's a 12-unit hotel. Well, how much would you charge per night at a motel like this? So I get to looking at the seediest motel in my local area, and they're charging $80 a night. Now, I have seen others that are charging like $66. We're going to take 80. 80 seems like a fair enough number to start per night. 80 times 12 units is $960 a day this hotel could potentially bring in. Times 7, that's $6,720 a week. Times 4, that's $26,880 a month, totally booked out at $80 a night, every room rented every single night. Now, of course, this motel most certainly won't do that. You know, nightly rentals will be one thing, but think about, you know, there's a million things that I'm about to hit on right now. I'm hoping I don't forget all of them. You're going to have people more than likely staying here paying per week, using this as an efficiency, right? Now, an efficiency, basically a room for rent, you know, how much could you charge for that? So my number that I came up with was $350 a week, right? $350 divided by 7 is $50 a night. Okay, $350 is a fair number. So let's just say we got $350 a week for efficiencies, people renting these rooms per week. And let's just say we've got 6 people doing that. Well, that's a far stretch from the $6,000 a week this thing would do totally booked, but that's still $2,100 a week just in efficiencies if we were, you know, if half of it was rented out that way per week, and then a room or two a night throughout the week, right? So you would figure, I think $2,100 a week is a very safe number to start with that this motel could do in revenue. So we say $2,100 a week, and you know, that's considering everything, not just weekly, but nightly. Let's just use $2,100 a week. It's probably not enough money to keep this thing operational. So times 4, it's bringing in $8,400 a month. That's bare bones revenue this hotel brings in. If we own the thing outright, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. But you got to think about overhead, and overhead is going to be crazy. You're going to have an electric bill, a water bill, a cable, an internet bill. You're going to have a full-time employee or 2 employees who are working here. Like, you know, how much you're going to have to pay them? I can easily see out of that $8,400, probably more than half of that going out just in overhead. If you're bringing in $3,000 a month, you know, net profit, come on, that's not really bad at all. Of course you want to do more than that though, right? So hear me out. Think of the potential a place like this could have. Let me show you guys some pictures if I haven't been doing that already. You know, you look at these pictures, it just screams seedy, it just screams drugs, it just screams poverty. It's right next to, or you know, it used to be right next to, I don't even know if this place is still open or not, a freaking adult video store. I didn't even know those still existed, you know, with, you know, the websites that are out there, Pornhubs and things like that. But again, it's right off of a main road. What if we cleaned this thing up, made this thing, you know, presentable, you know, gave it a haircut, gave it, you know, a manicure, like really got this thing cleaned up and ran this thing, you know, the best way that we possibly could? Do you overlook the drug activity that would probably take place here, especially if that's a big part of your revenue? You know, I don't know how you run a hotel or a motel. Like, do you let that type of shit take place? Probably not, right? The possibilities are endless with a place like this. We could have nice rooms. We could have a honeymoon suite room. We could have, somebody had made a comment about this, different themed rooms. This could be the YouTuber motel, like a novelty, like Buc-ee's down in Alabama that I got a chance to visit. Maybe not to that degree, but like a roadside attraction for real. This joint could be like Tiger King, whatever the name of his zoo was, right? And then think about this. You know, like I mentioned, the content for something like this would be endless. You know, the police showed up. Maybe it could do some good. A homeless guy showed up with nowhere to go. We let him stay the night, get a shower, get a clean bed to sleep in. A guy just came home from prison. He's got nowhere to go. Now he's staying here like, you know, it's a halfway house. It's a motel. It's a homeless shelter. It's a freaking rehab. It's a venue. Hear me out now. This is one of the biggest, this came to me while I was in the shower. Dreading getting on the scale, wondering how much I was going to weigh this morning. 245.6. I'm hustling backwards right now. I got to change. I'm eating way too much junk. And I'm working out and jogging and fasting. What the fuck? Like, anyways, I got off topic with that. Think about this joint as a venue. Okay, hear me out. What if we threw festivals at this? Marijuana's legal here. What if we did like a pop-up 420-ish type of a festival? You know, where the VIP package, think of the Fry Festival, except on a much smaller scale and actually legit, right? The VIP package includes, you know, room and board, you know, you got a room. And then, you know, not only that, we also rent out parking space. Put your RV here. Like, we throw festivals at this joint and events at this joint and meetups at this joint. What if we could add on to this place? I don't think it has a pool. I don't think it has a hot tub. We could put either storage on this property or we could put more freaking units on this property. I know I'm thinking way outside the box with this, but that's the way you gotta think. Is flipping gonna be here forever? Fuck no. But let me tell you what will be. Motels. They definitely will be. Especially when the market crashes and people are out on their asses. Which, you know, I hope never happens, but there's a high likelihood that it will, and it, you know, might happen sooner than later. There's a lot that we could do with a place like this. There was something else to it. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, that's all I got on that right this second. What a hell of a something, you know? I know nothing about this. The price was dropped a week ago. Still looks like it's available. I'm going to reach out in just a little while and find out if I can find out anything. See if we can go see this place. If we can go see this place, I'm getting in the truck. We're going out there today. We're going to go check this joint out today. But even if we can, you know, man, I still need to know a lot more before I just dive head first up into this. Like, what will it take to get this thing operational? What's the city's take on this? Hey, you better keep that joint upright if you're gonna run it. What you mean? If I'm bringing in revenue and I'm paying them taxes, who gives a fuck what it's doing? That joint could be the Barnum and Bailey Circus for all you should care, because you're getting yours. So let me get mine to a certain degree. What's the city's take on this thing? You know, what goes into making a motel operational? The health department, I'm sure they're involved in this. You know, you got to have clean sanitary rooms, which of course we would. Damn, we're going to need housekeeping. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that. Think about the folks that we would meet running a motel. Think about the stories that would come from this. And for the third time, just the videos. I mean, this could be something right here. This could be something. We would name it. What would we name it? The JDS Express? Something like that. That was the one name that I came up with. But you'd have to have like a, you know, decent name. Could we put a pool in this place? Could we put, oh, and that was the other thing that I forgot about. You know, one thing that I had wanted to get into, which, you know, I don't really have the means to be able to do it, like locations, were vending machines. If you think about vending machines, you know, they're a little bit of a gold mine, right? And this idea comes to me from seeing people who have laundromats and seeing, you know, people who have successful laundromats. And one thing that they have is they have coin machines, vending machines at those laundromats, just an additional way to make revenue. Folks, there's no better place to put vending machines than at a freaking motel. So that would be extra money this thing would be bringing in. Laundry facility. Oh my God, we could have laundry. We have to have laundry at this thing. The wheels are turning, folks. I hope you're excited about this rabbit hole that I hope we're able to dive, you know, do a deep dive on. It's 8:45 in the morning as I begin this. We're supposed to go do landscape. Forget that landscape today. The ground's too wet. We ain't messing with that. There's a motel that's available right now for $150,000. Is it worth it? Because here's the other thing. Like I mentioned, best case scenario, the motel could do like almost $30,000 a month, probably even more than that if you're holding an event like once a month. And then worst case scenario, you know, it probably does like, I don't know, $8,000 a month, I think is a very fair number to throw out there, you know, gross. Obviously overhead, you know, not being factored into either one of those two numbers. But I think either way, man, I think either way, this is an opportunity that has to be researched and found out about. I think we would be crazy not to see if this is a possibility. So here begins that today. Hopefully I'm going to be able to find out some interesting things today. And maybe we might just get an opportunity to go see this thing. So let's see what today's about to bring. All right, 8:56 in the morning, leaving from my house because, well, construction alleys cranking up in front of my house. And nothing to report thus far. I did reach out to the listing agent for the motel. And, you know, I'll wait to hear back from them. And if I even do hear back from them, there's a potential that I won't hear back from them. And if I don't hear back from them, then I will just get my realtor to reach out to them. The reason I'm not reaching out to my realtor is just because I just want to go see the damn thing. I'd like to be able to go see it without him, and no big deal going to see it with him. He's fine to go see properties with. But you know, it is an hour away and it's probably a wild goose chase to a certain degree, and I just don't want to feel like I could be wasting his time, especially if it's not going to be the one. You know, I think about when we went and looked at that mini mansion part 2 on the water. You know, I just went and looked at that and didn't even, you know, there was no need to reach out to him for it because the chances of it coming through were slim to none. If this one looks like it could come through, then of course, you know, I'll reach out to him and have him get the ball rolling on it. And also, if I don't hear back from this realtor, well, I'll do the same damn thing as well. Speaking of the mini mansion on the water, you know what's crazy is that thing's under contract right now. I was thinking, okay, well, shit, maybe we go off for like $95,000. They got it listed for, I think, $139. It's under contract right now. I'd be curious to know how much this thing sells for if it does sell. So, with the fact that I ain't got shit to do right this second, there's a couple of houses around the area that I'm just gonna go drive by and see if we can check out together. You know, this first house is really close. It's a monster house. I think it's 1,900 square feet. There's no pictures of the inside. It's literally right around the corner from me. In a relatively decent area, but I don't know if it's got much of a yard. I don't think it does got a yard, actually. And we'll go see it. I can't remember how much they wanted for this house. Probably more than I want to spend, but we'll go check it out. Go see if there's any, if it could be anything, I guess. So let's hurry up and wait and see if we hear anything back. And again, in the meantime, let's go check out some houses. All right, here's the first house right here. 1,900 square feet. Ain't no for sale sign on this thing, but she definitely She beat up and old. I think this is a 1910 house. Thinking it might be a duplex too. I see 2 meters on the side. Probably a duplex all around this thing, duplexes. So I see 2 meters. Could be a sign that it's a duplex. Roof don't look too bad, but I mean, this thing would take a shit ton of work for sure. The only good thing is all around it, they're building it up. Shit's selling out here over 300. Nice quaint little street, a lot of duplexes out here. That thing right there sold for, I think, $385. That thing looks like, I think it's like 280s, and that's brand new on the end there. Brand new on the end there. So yeah, I think these were like 280-ish. They want 165 for that house that I was just looking at. And I think this one sold for $385. Yeah, that one sold for $385. That's 2,600 square feet right there. And then this is brand new right here. Definitely gonna want a grip for that guy. So without even seeing the condition of the inside and if the inside's even, doable, you got to look all around this area. It's just, they're building this up. Very historic area, and they are building this area up big time. You figure if you get into that house for 165, you put into it probably 100,000, you're into it for 265, and try to push it for 350. You would have to try to push it for 350. You would have to try to get it done for under 100,000. If you could get it done for 75,000, I mean, obviously that would be the way to do it. Where we are right now, there were 2 houses. There was a package deal, man. I looked at these houses a while back. This is before I was filming videos, going and looking at houses. But there were 2 duplexes right next to each other, and they wanted $150 a piece for them. It was a $300,000 package. Well, they ended up getting them. They flipped them, and then they sold both of those houses, I think, for $275 a piece. I think they both sold for $269, as a matter of fact. But I mean, they did phenomenal work in those houses. So this area right here, right around the corner from me, would not be a bad area to mess with. It is historic. Look at this, everything out here getting flipped. They're doing everything out here. Flipping like crazy. I probably would be crazy to not try to get a house out here. So we'll see how today's gonna play out, if I'm gonna hear anything, which I haven't heard anything yet, and we'll wait and see. But that might be a house that I need to go check out for sure. And to be honest, with as much flipping as going on out here, to see that house is still available, it's been on the market for 6 days now. Why is it still available? Definitely makes you wonder. Something going on with that? Is it too far gone? Is it occupied? Not knowing if it was occupied was the reason why I didn't go snooping around. I couldn't see the windows had like curtains on them. But I mean, just a very pretty area, man. Look at all this stuff, like whatever this is. Very pretty. Look at this thing, man. Boy, if that thing don't look like something right there. Holy moly. The Anderson. Nice little apartment building right. Oh wait, that's a welcome center. I don't know what's going on here. Cool little area though, man. All right. I got another house or 2 in the area I'd like to go check out, so we'll do that real quick. All right, getting ready to pull up to this next house, and looked at a house or 2 in this area, and this is definitely an up-and-coming area. Look at this brand new construction right there. There was a house out here that I was really interested in. I wanted to put an offer in on it, but by the time I found it, the house was already under contract. They had accepted an offer. You got to move fast if you find these houses. And then if the house don't move fast, you got to ask yourself, okay, why ain't it moving fast? Why don't nobody else want it? Not always is it one man's trash is another man's treasure, and in a lot of cases that ain't even the case at all. If the house is sitting for a while, There's usually a good reason why it is. Matter of fact, we'll go down that. We'll go down that side right there because the other house that I was looking at is down that way, and I could see that they're already renovating that. So we'll go check that out. I think I may have shared that with you guys when I first went and looked at that house. All right, so this house is right here.
Destination is on your left.
And obviously,
2117 Charleston Avenue.
Obviously, somebody's living in this one because there's all sorts of cars right there. All right. Nice though. Damn, the thing's big. Got a nice yard. Shit, right next to a lot of good stuff out here. I would definitely be interested in checking that house out. That thing looks like it's got, well, like the listing said, good bones. Ready to be renovated or something like that. All right, let me see if I can do a circle around the block and we'll go look at the house that I was interested in, but I missed out on. So that's a winner chicken dinner right there. As far from the outside, it is. I love when I see the house and it looks, you know, I can already envision what it's gonna look like. And look at all this stuff going on around it. Man, they building it up, man. Oh, it's this one right here. Yeah, that's it right there. So they got the guys up in there working on it. Looks like a new roof was put on it. They're doing drywall work up inside of it. They got this one that they're flipping. I'm telling you, this is flip alley out here, man. Super flip alley. All right, that's two houses that I've got some interest in, and both of them are probably going to take a shitload of work. So that one that we just passed by, they want 169 or 165 for that one, and then the other one they want 165 or 169, vice versa. 165 for one of them, 169 for the other one. All right, I think there's one more. There might be one more. Let me see what I can pull up on my phone and get with you in a little while. All right, and just that quick, we're about to pull up to the next house. This is the final house that I want to check out. This is a 3-2. A 3-2, they want 150 for it. I want to say this is definitely a shittier part of the city, if I can remember correctly. You know, you look at stuff like this and you're just like,
900 feet, turn left onto Astor Avenue.
Damn, that's a flip right there in the making. The last house that we looked at, that was a 4-2, and then the first house didn't have any mention of the layout. I said it was shittier out here, but looks kind of cute and quaint. Cute and quaint. Little nice little row houses we're familiar with, what they got going on right there. All right, so 3-2. I mean, these ain't bad. I'd have to look at on Zillow, see what the lot lines look like on this in terms of what's, you know, what shit like this is selling for. And this is gonna be another house where somebody's in it, which it's this house right.
The destination is on your left.
All right, so this is the one.
No
for sale sign, no lockbox, front door is open. Why they got these houses with no for sale signs? But that's it right there. Got the old shitty siding on it. Can't tell if that's aluminum, some kind of metal siding. Looks like an addition. Posted, no trespassing. I mean, it's not bad out here. That looks pretty decent. Guess this is like a little dead-end court down here. Definitely houses that could, you know, do well. Cute little neighborhood. So again, they want 150 for that one. 3-2. No for sale signs in front of any of these houses. Well, the second house there was a for sale sign, but not in front of the first one, not in front of that one right there. And I wonder why that is. Like, houses ain't staying on the market long enough to even put a for sale sign in front of them, or you don't want anybody knowing that the house is for sale, like in the neighborhood. But again, you know, looking at this, there she is right there. No backyard, corner lot. I don't really care for corner lots too well. Looks like the electrical is old as dirt. And 150 is what they're asking for that guy. So, ain't no telling. But I mean, it sits in a decent little neighborhood, so maybe. That's 3 houses right there. you know, that could have some major potential. All three of them could be winners. But won't know until we get a chance to check them out, if we do get a chance to check them out. So there's a motel and there's three potentials. If I don't hear anything in a little bit, I'll be reaching out to my realtor and see if we can get the ball rolling on maybe checking something out. Most importantly, that motel. I'd like to start there first. I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do and spaz out. All I want to know is who's bailing me out, right? That was cringe. Okay, here's the deal. We just loaded up a couch and a bunch of bullshit out of my house. Damon's with me, man. Shout out to Damon. Always down to help. Haven't heard anything on a motel. Haven't heard anything on anything. So we'll make some inquiries in a little bit and see what we can find. But the adventure continues, folks. So we go load up the trailer. And you know, I had been waiting for it to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I'm not surprised that it happened. Well, it did happen. So we go load up the trailer and I find these nice little nifty yellow envelopes on the back of both of my trailers. Not one on my truck though, interestingly enough. And they're both parking tickets for $25. Now here's the thing. I mean, I hate to say this, but I just will. Like, one of my trailers has a tag that belongs to frickin' God knows who. Just some random frickin' permanent trailer tag, right? And then the other trailer does have a legit tag on it, but that's the only reason I'm even going down to the city, which I'm gonna go do in a little bit. I'm gonna record the whole thing, because why not? I ain't got shit else to do. And basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna say, who do I speak to about these parking tickets? And they're gonna say, well, you can pay for those right here. No, that's not what I said. I didn't say anything about paying them. I said, who can I speak to about not paying these parking tickets? Because that's what I'm not doing. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm not paying them. And they're gonna be like, sir, you know, you could probably get arrested. I don't care. Arrest me then. You don't even know who I am. Because you don't got my name. There's no name on these tickets, right? But I am gonna say, yo, I'm not paying these fucking parking tickets. And as a matter of fact, you're gonna pay me in the form of giving me a parking pass for like one of the parking garages. If you don't want me parking my trailers in that parking lot, okay, give me a parking pass. Oh shit, it's raining, ain't that some shit? Give me a parking pass, because y'all are doing construction on my street. And you know, I already called my wife and told her you're probably gonna have to bail me out when I go talk with these folks. And she's got the email that says, you know, from the city person, nobody's vehicle's gonna get towed, nobody's gonna get no tickets for parking in that lot because we tearing up your road and, you know, there's nowhere for you to park at. I got a feeling this is not gonna go as, you know, good as I think it's gonna go. But we ain't got nothing else to do, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Ironically enough, I didn't get a parking ticket on my truck. They just ticketed the trailers, and they both say parking violation from the parking authority. What do you do for a living? I work for the parking authority. Yeah, they've got no name on any of this stuff at all. They even put the plate number down, and they didn't even run the tag. If they would have run the tag, that shit would have came back to Zimbabwe somewhere. All right, let's get this shit unloaded while it's raining, and then we'll carry on. All right, so I just parted ways with Damon. I left him up at the storage unit. I'll be hopefully back pretty shortly. I'm gonna run up to the city and you know, see if I can get these parking tickets waived. I got a feeling it's gonna be, you know, kind of a mess. I'm gonna try to be pleasant and cordial, work on my people skills. God, I hope I'm good at this. Or I hope better yet, I just hope I handle this not so bad. I hope I handle it well. I got a feeling they're gonna hit me with some BS though. Well, sir, you got 2 trailers. You keep both those at your house? I do. Can I get my tickets waived? Or do I need to get the news involved in this? Don't make me reach out to the news. Which I probably ain't got a leg to stand on, just to be honest. But we'll see. All right, let me go. All right, y'all wish me luck, man. Hey, if I need bail money, y'all don me out. I'm gonna try to record this too. Hey, yo. Hey, I received these 2 parking violations. Who do I talk to about not paying those? No, I'm parked over here at the empty lot by, anyways, I live on, construction, and they told us that we were able to park out there. Okay. Yeah. So here's the funny thing, right? This ain't nothing that they're, this ain't nothing new to them. I went in there and I was like, hey, who do I talk to about not paying a parking violation? And he immediately was like, yeah, you gotta go talk to such and such. Like, they get it. They know people ain't paying. Like, people are getting hit for all sorts of crazy stuff in this city. The city, I like the city that I live in because of flipping houses here and all of that good stuff. But this city got a lot of shit with it. Personal property tax in this city's higher than any city, and this is one of the poorer cities. Now, granted, we getting a big ass casino out here, and that shit's gonna do something for this area. But, they hit you with all this crazy personal property tax, and they literally will have like a drive-through appeals window. You can appeal it. Hey, I ain't trying to pay this personal property tax. Hey, I can't afford it. Whatever the case is. So the personal property tax is crazy. They tell you, oh well, we're not gonna ticket you, because you can't park on your street, supposedly, but yet, I got those 2 parking violations, and granted, like I said, they didn't give me a ticket on my truck. They gave it to me on my trailer, and I'm sure they're gonna try to make a deal about that. But I'm gonna be like, yo, hey, same rules apply. I can't park my trailers in front of my house because y'all doing all this damn construction. So guess what? All right, there's a parking garage. Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. There's a parking garage somewhere over here. Yeah. Bingo, there's the office right there. All right, let me go take care of it. Let me go try to talk to this lady and hopefully be cordial. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I was told to speak with you about these parking violations that I received, and I don't feel like I should. I don't want to pay these. I live on the street. They're doing construction on my street, and then they said, we could park in this parking lot over here, and we wouldn't get parking violations, and I received 2 yesterday. I think I'm speaking a little fast. I live on the street.
These are trailers.
Yeah, they're my trailers. They usually are in front of my home. The gentleman who's in charge of the construction for the street, not sure his last.
I didn't think you could leave trailers on the street, and we don't allow trailers in those little lots.
I've had the trailers in front of my house with no problem in the past, and never knew anything about not being able to park them there.
They're just parked there all the time?
They've been parked there all the time, yes ma'am. They're just small trailers.
Yeah, I know. I'll be honest with you. I'm the one who contacted the police.
Oh, okay.
To check out the trailers.
Yes ma'am, well they belong to me.
Are you the blue truck too?
Yes ma'am. I'm the blue truck, the white truck, and the 2
You
trailers.
didn't have a passenger window.
I didn't know I needed a pass. All I knew is we could park in the parking lot.
Let's get that part straight.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my God, boy. All right, I'm back at the storage unit. I was just talking with my wife. I got like all this freaking paperwork. I got parking passes. I got like guest passes. I got a freaking appeals for these parking violations. I probably spent you know, every bit of an hour in there with these two very nice women who I felt kind of bad that I went in there with a little bit of an attitude at first. I went in there and I said, you know, hey man, I almost took these parking tickets and balled them up.
You see this on the tire? They were getting ready to tow this shit.
What's on the tire?
These two tow.
Dang, yeah, they was getting ready to tow. It wasn't
I
the...
forgot my phone in the truck. As soon as you pulled off, I seen it.
Oh yeah, shit, I gotta go get the other trailer too then. Son of a gun, man. You gonna write on my truck, my trailer, make my shit look like it's counterfeit? Damn. All right. So I was gonna, I started to tell the woman, man, I was about to take them tickets and ball them up. And the reason I was gonna say that was I had to catch myself because I was gonna say, you know, them tag, one of the tags ain't even registered to the damn trailer. Like, I don't know who the fucking tag it is. Somebody just gave me that tag. And, you know, I ain't got no title for that trailer. It's not like I'm trying to break the law or nothing. Just, there's no title for that trailer. The dude sold me a trailer with no title. You may remember I've talked about that in the past, and I've just got a permanent trailer tag for some trailer that was given to me. Anyways, so I ended up spending about an hour in there talking with these ladies, and they were very nice ladies. Talked about all the work that's going on my street. You know, they're trying to help me find somewhere to park the trailers. It's not really their responsibility. They did tell me that on my street specifically, the residents are asking for a crackdown, you know, to tow vehicles and to get vehicles up out of there. And I said, hey, look, we live in a city. You know, it's city living. There's no driveways. There's nothing like that. I said, some people have 5 vehicles. I've got 2 trucks. My wife's got her vehicle. I've got 2 trailers. So I've got 5 things. I said, and you know what? I park my shit out there. And basically they told me, well, if it's hooked up to your truck, it's okay. But if it's not, then it's not. And they said, you know, and sometimes the neighbors don't like that. And I said, well, you know, to be honest, fuck the neighbors and what they like. Because again, some of them have 5 vehicles. And you know what? It is what it is, man. It's first come, first serve. If you can't find a parking spot in front of your house, you late. You got to go park somewhere else. But I can't believe they wrote on my tire to tow. It's crazy because the lady told me she was the one that called the police about these suspicious trailers. She told me that she told the dude who went and wrote these tickets, don't tow them trailers until you find out who they belong to. But some bitch if he didn't write that on there. So anyways, in other news, there's nothing else really in other news except for the fact that my realtor reached back out to me, and after I reached out to him about the hotel, and he's going to look into it for me. So I don't know that we're going to get a chance to go check it out today. I hope we do. I hope we do. But I can guarantee you we probably won't. So maybe we leave that party for tomorrow. The fact of the matter is I want that motel, and I want it bad. You know, some of you guys had some awesome suggestions when I posted on the Facebook group. You said, hey, or on Joe Does Stuff on Facebook and on the Joe Does Stuff Discord, if you're not a part of either one of those, please, hey, check them out. There's definitely a lot of stuff going on in both those areas. But somebody had made a suggestion. They said, Joe, why don't you theme every room and make that joint an Airbnb? Could you imagine a crime scene room? Could you imagine a crack shack room themed? Not really. I mean, we don't probably need to dig too deep to find those in reality at a place like that. Could you imagine a seedy motel room? Here's the crazy thing. This motel sits off of a busy pass-through road, right? Whatever you call it. Thoroughway. And I don't know what the word is. And there's no motels around there except for seedy motels, if at all. This joint could be somewhere that people want to come to. Make that joint Tiger King. Make that joint a roadside attraction. Make that joint Buc-ee's. I'm trying to tell y'all, we done went and looked at a couple of houses this morning, but nothing got my wheels going the way this motel does. I want this. I think we could do this, man. We're going to have a little bell at the front desk. Ding, ding. Welcome to the JDS Express. How can we help you today? Man, hey, there's something to this, I'm trying to tell you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the day. It's been a day of parking violations, and Damon helping to get the, shout out to Damon, man. Damon helping to get the storage units a little more organized. So yeah. Shout out to the nice ladies working at the parking authority, man. Them ladies, they are bored up in there. So when you come up in there, boy, they put the cuffs on you. They handcuff, they take you hostage, and they want to talk, and they want you to sit down, and they want you to be in there. That joint had me so bored. I mean, they were nice, but I was so bored in there. You know, I almost thought about just paying them fucking tickets and being like, let me get the fuck out of here. You got it. Hey, I didn't have no business coming in here trying to have an attitude, talking about, yo, I'm gonna ball these shits up. Nah, y'all got it, you right. But now, where the fuck I'm gonna park these joints, man? Damon gonna have both these shits sitting in his house. And the crazy thing is I can't, because one of them says tow it. Some bitch. They both going back up to the lot is where they're going. I'm gonna hook both of them up to my trucks, and I'm gonna put parking tags.
Put the tickets back on the trailer.
Huh?
I heard that leave the ticket on it, they can't issue another ticket. But with the towaway, I don't know about that.
Oh no, she gonna call. But here's the crazy thing. She told me, you know, because I learned all about fucking parking authority in here. She was like, there's two different types of parking authority. There's the regular parking authority, and then there's the police parking authority. She gonna tell me she fucked around and called the police parking authority. So now I got some corporal investigating my damn trailer. And what she told him, don't tow him until you find out who them trailers belong to. What did them trailers say? Houdini. Who the hell knows what the one in the trailer says? Now I'm gonna look like a fucking liar. Oh, you told me that was your trailers. Are they stolen? Yeah, that's right, they're stolen. I have to go dig through archive, Facebook Messenger shit to find where I purchased the trailer 3 years ago. Anyways, that's all I got, folks. I'll keep you guys updated. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get some information one way or another on the motel, and maybe get a chance to go check out some other houses also. So I look forward to sharing more with you guys. You let me know what you think. Is the motel a winner? I already know. I already know the comments. Joe, don't. No, they're definitely going to be like, Joe, do it. Do it, Joe. You won't do it. Shit. I hope I do. What could honestly go wrong? Probably everything. All right, that's it. Talk with you guys again tomorrow. Take care.